One more race to go then. Race number 10, the final event on the program. It's a good one. Class 2 over the 1,400 metres, headed by Joyful Trinity. Fourth first up over course and distance behind Regency Bobo. Simply Brilliant first up for the season. Signed off for the win at the end of last season. Wishful Thinker, course and distance for the first time. He gets up in trip. Regency Bobo made all last time out from barrier 1. He's got barrier 7 this time. Fast Most Furious was behind him. Good Standing was 5th first up. That was behind Little Giant. Raging Storm also coming out of that race, finished in 9th place. And Shamal, well, he was a long way behind Little Giant, finished last, but he likes to roll. He's come up with barrier 4, Brett.
He has, and he will roll. He was a little sluggish to get moving last start, but he did whip around them. I mentioned Regency Bobo leading all the way earlier on in the show when we spoke about Go Beauty Go. They're going to generate some speed. Raging Storm can handle the pace early. California Joy, Star Majestic, Good Standing, a chance of being caught wide. Wishful Thinker up to 1,400 metres. Question mark, but he will get the pace that he wants by the looks of it.
Here is Simply Brilliant. He has trialled really well recently and did put them all together towards the back end of last season after a run of seconds earlier on. He's got to carry 133 pounds, but you can see he's quite forward for a good run here. Time to Celebrate. Now, he made massive improvement between start 1 and 2 last season and did win second up. He's drawn barrier 1, didn't have the race run to suit on his seasonal debut. I expect a big improvement from him, and he's going well. You can see his work there. And Good Standing, another one that's caught the eye recently. He's had a lot of problems, this horse, but it was a good run behind Little Giant last start. Another one that's come on for that run as well. So that's Good Standing. We'll
have a look at that run in a second. We'll start off, though, with Regency Bobo. This was a solid effort on the lead to hold off what was a pretty decent field, I think.
It was. Yeah, he sort of ran them ragged, didn't he? Fast Most Furious, I thought was a terrific run. I tipped him on the day and I wasn't disappointed. He's drawn 12 here, though. It's going to make it tough. There's so many nice horses in this race. I thought CITRON Spirit ran quite a creditable race as well, all considered, and he actually goes in with a claim here for Matthew Poon and a much better barrier. So I'm actually going to include CITRON Spirit in the tips. I'm leaving Fast Most Furious out because of the gate.
Good run by Regency Bobo. He's real Iron Man. He had the race, the run of the race himself, right? He was an uncontested lead. Shamal won't make that happen.
Yeah, more than lucky, ran second, came out and won. Wishful Thinker fares best here, but Good Standing, huge effort from him behind horse that could be anything, Little Giant.
Raging Storm was a little disappointing for me first up, but he is from the size yard. I think he's a quality animal who deserves another chance. Good Standing's obviously had some soundness issues, but there's a fair bit of spruiking about his talent. Wishful Thinker's got a massive turn of acceleration. He's going to step to 1,400 metres for the first time and probably get the pace that he wants. So another one you wouldn't be surprised if he was to win.
Yeah, found places for Wishful Thinker and also Good Standing.
Yeah, Wishful Thinker was the horse that beat Hot King Prawn over the 1,200 as well. Simply Brilliant then first up, and his trials have looked pretty good too. Yeah,
really good trial here. I've got him in for second, Simply Brilliant. I think he's going to run a good race. It's just he's got to carry the 133 pounds, but if you can see by this trial, he's come back better than ever, and 1,400 metres looks ideal for him. Fresh.
Early market says nearly half the field is in single figures, so it shows the competitive nature of the race. Very nice horse, Simply Brilliant. Interested to see what he can do first up, because he could be one to elevate towards December, maybe.
Yep, I think he's one to include, and he's favourite at this stage, Paul.
Yeah, got him in for second behind Time to Celebrate. I just think he's made rapid improvement from start 1 to 2 like he did last season. Good Standing in for third and Wishful Thinker for fourth. 4, 2, 8 and 6. Happy to go the 4 each way at the moment. He's a good price at 14s.
Yeah, lots to choose from here. I'm going to stick with Raging Storm down the bottom, give him the benefit of the doubt for an ordinary run first up. CITRON Spirit well weighted from a good gate. Simply Brilliant has class. First up, though, Time to Celebrate second up. Good record, as Paul mentioned, 11, 3, 2, 4, but there's other nice horses.
Yes, certainly are. Good Standing for me, though, in the final events. Right, into the stats. That's where we'll head next. And, Paul, who are we looking at this week?
Well, Tony Cruz and CHARADE have teamed up pretty well, and you can see here from their record of 40% win rate with 6 wins, 2 seconds, a couple of thirds and a few unplaced here, but Complacency is probably their best chance tomorrow to increase that stat.
Pakistan star would be a little...
And Pakistan star, yeah. Probably Pakistan star.
Best bets, though, Paul. Who have you got?
I was trying to help you out, Brett. I know it's your best.
You're trying to mock me, that's what you're trying to do.
Sunny Power is my best. I think he's really well primed for a fresh up run. Zach Purton aboard. And Southern Superstar hasn't raced for a couple of years, but his track work suggests he's not far away and he brings some really good form. And I think the handicap has been good to him. Form from South Africa, and the handicap has been good to him, starting off in Class 3. And my play of the day in race 2, 1, 3.
I sincerely appreciate your compassion, Paul. I do need a best bet to get home, that's for sure. Complacency, 3-3. I think this is his race. The long shot for me is CASHIN Minister from the John Size Yard to improve going up in trip, 2-4. And the play of the day will be in Complacency's race. If he gets beat, banker him in a trio with those runners there, and I think you'll pick up that result, so it might be a little saver, but hopefully he wins and you get the lot.
Excellent. All right, best for me. We're waiting till later on the programme. Handsome Bob, I think, from Barrier 1. He might get some pressure, but I think he can handle it. Race 9, number 1, Dylan Moe, taking £5 off will help. And Jumbo Luck in the sprint. I think he's a cheeky runner. And he should be a healthy each-way price as well behind the big 3. As far as the players concerned, Handsome Bobo, Jing Jing win, and just throw in Prance Dragon as well for a bit of value there as well, hopefully.
Interesting, he came up quite short in early place betting, Prance Dragon.
All right, OK, we're just about done. Make sure you check out Hong Kong Direct this week as well, myself and Graham Cunningham. I'm told it's the best Hong Kong Direct that's been filmed this week.
Right.
Yep. No doubt about that.
No one will be arguing with you.
Graham's thoughts on the 2 feature races, and we're just about done, I think. Bow ties at the ready?
That's right, of course. Yeah, don't forget your bow tie if you're heading to the track. Oriental Sha Tin Trophy Day. Oriental Watch Sha Tin Trophy Day. I gave mine a run last night, actually, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to Pakistan Star, Karis of course, of that stat. And Beauty Generation, Singapore Sling, there, and also the sprint as well. Give me 2 really good races.
Yeah, a whole heap of new horses on show too.
That's the show. Thanks for watching on behalf of Paul Brett and the rest of the team. Hopefully we'll see you at Sha Tin on Sunday when we will be racing to win.
Good night.